Art Zone on Seattle Channel is back after a summer break, and it is hosted by the one and only Nancy Guppy. Now, Art Zone is a funny and fun and in-depth look at Seattle's creative scene.
Absolutely, it is.
I always like to say Nancy knows the best of what's around.
I try to keep my finger on the pulse. You know, I try to find the fun stuff, kind of a nice mix of different things.
It's fun, too. It's like interesting, educational, cultural. You got it all.
I got it all going on, girl. Well, so fall is here.
I'm feeling fall.
Fall is here, and in addition to new school shoes,
I love these. I was going to say,
those
are so cute.
They're kind of fun.
Those look fancy.
So it's also a fresh slate of art.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to hit a couple of gallery shows
All right,
first.
so we're going to Mount Vernon first.
We are going to Mount Vernon, going to Mount Vernon. Peter Malarkey, he is a painter, and he has a show at Rick Leonard Gallery in Mount Vernon called Social Landscapes. So Peter lives in Port Angeles near the Elwha River. He often paints in the plein air style. We've talked about that, which is on site outside.
Yes.
His subject is landscape, both nature and urban.
Beautiful.
It really is beautiful. These are really large paintings, a lot of them.
Oh, wow.
And Peter has a sharp and very specific eye. So, although the paintings are abstract, he is really good at painting light and at capturing the essence of place, whether it's a beach or a street or a meadow. His paintings take you kind of beyond the facts of what you're seeing, right? Which is what a really good artist does.
I know, it captures a feeling, a moment in
doesn't
time.
It? And whatever you add to it and from your own personal experience.
Beautiful. That last, it was just like dawn or something.
There's just something you kind of go, right?
Yeah.
So it's a great show, runs through September 30th.
Okay.
Now.
Mini Mart City Park, Golden Cage, Trapped at Work. When I read that, I was like, what is
What in the world is this?
What?
Oh, it's a diametrically different show from Social Landscape. So these are 4 local artists, those guys right there, Kevin Shoes, Reagan Hagar, Eric Johnson, Kerry Kemp. They have spent their careers working on the road as tour managers for rock and roll bands.
Stop when you're finished.
Metallica, Neil Young, Pearl Jam, the biggies. And when they're on tour, this is where the title of the show comes, they're on call 24/7, which means they spend a lot of time contained in their hotel rooms. They call them the Golden Cage.
That makes sense.
So in the decades they've been on the road, they have been creating artwork. This is their first gallery show. It's a real eclectic mix of painting, sculpture, video, and a giant cardboard robot on the top of the gallery right there.
That is awesome.
And it's somewhat articulated. So it's just, the premise of the show is great. The work is really cool.
And they created some of this art while they were stuck in their golden cage?
They were in the Golden Cage.
That is pretty epic.
Isn't it great? It's a great premise, right?
Okay.
And that runs through October 13th.
All right, let's go to Mohi now.
All righty. So
this one I'm really excited about.
This is a good one. So at Mohi, of course, Museum of History and Industry, it's called Towers of Tomorrow with Lego bricks. And this has been so popular that they have extended the show to the end of the month.
Oh, nice.
The entire exhibit has close to 600,000 Lego bricks. There are over 20 incredible skyscrapers from all over the world. There's also a wonderful, that model right there.
Of Mohi.
As of Mohi, which took, by the way, 4,000 Lego bricks and 4 weeks to put it together.
How big is it?
I don't know. I have not seen that in person.
Well, let's go check it out.
We should go check that out. And of course, there's the interactive constructive part. Kids can make their masterpieces. It's a family-friendly show. Most, kids love it, of course, but Legos are for all ages.
Yeah.
So the family, grandma and grandpa will enjoy it. It runs through the 29th of September.
Okay, let's go to Georgetown.
Oh, this is back to Georgetown. This is a kooky one.
Steam Plant Science Fair.
Yes. Okay. So the Georgetown Steam Plant. It's a phenomenal piece of architecture. I think that's when it was built in 1906. It was meant to power the growing electric streetcar system. The plant was decommissioned in 1977, became a historic landmark in 84, and a couple years ago in 2021, it became a community cultural center where all sorts of very unique and interesting things are going on, like concerts and community dinners and all that. And so they've got coming up the first ever Georgetown Steam Plant Science Fair.
Is it really a science fair?
Yeah, it kind of is, but I think it's it's outside the box, right?
Okay.
So there's going to be kooky art, there's going to be science stuff, and a rare performance by the rock comedy group, it's a local band called the Acoustonauts. They had a college radio hit in the 80s with their song Inhale Einstein.
All right, that is going to be fun.
So this fair is September 21 and 22.
Okay. Finally, you have a very sweet tribute to a well-known Seattleite.
Yep.
But for you, a good friend.
A personal,
Charles Cross.
Charles R. Cross, a renowned rock journalist and author. He died suddenly of natural causes on August 9th. He was just 67. Charles was a very accomplished artist. He created this magazine called Backstreets in the late 70s, a popular zine all about Bruce Springsteen, which is that him with Bruce there. I was a subscriber to that. He was the editor of the Rocket magazine, which was Seattle's must-read music magazine of the 80s and 90s. He wrote books about Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Heart, and Led Zeppelin. Wrote many reviews for the New York Times and the Rolling Stone. Charles loved music. As importantly, he loved musicians, and the people he covered felt respected and deeply loved him back. And as you said, I knew Charles for I think about 40 years.
Wow.
And the way I describe the loss is that with Charles, the world has become just a little less interesting without Charles in it. So it kind of hits me at different times. Like I had those moments like, what? How is this even possible? And so many people feel that way.
I know. How does the world still exist without that person in it?
This person, yeah. So
I so get that. And I'm so coming over here. I'm so
you're
sorry because it's so hard to lose a friend. I love you.
Oh, sweetie, I love you too. Thank you. Thank you.
So we're going to link, by the way, all of these great ideas on our website. And of course, you can watch the new season of Art Zone on Seattle Channel 21 and streaming. By the way, you deserved a summer off, so.
I loved it. It was so great. It was so great.
All right.
Thank you.